Hi, this is Amanda Moeller with Legal Graphicworks. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share with you some graphics for some construction cases that we worked on recently. And what I really like about these graphics is we were able to show our creative side and really help with contributing images to bring certain ideas for the attorneys to life for the jury. In this particular situation, they were trying to show just how much pipe was involved in a particular case. So here we suggested using something common to the venue where the case was being tried, and that's the Superdome. And as you can see, you can show, how many times around the Superdome the pipe would take it. And I just think that these are really great visuals that can stick in the jury's mind. Here we actually use the idea of the Golden Gate Bridge and wanted to show how many Golden Gate bridges this length of pipe was, just to really show what exactly we're talking about. In this case, there was some dumping of oil onto a property. And again, they wanted to show how much oil was being dumped. And I think you can say things like, thousands of gallons, but juries don't really have an idea of what that would look like. So here you can have some great PowerPoint slides and visualizations with animation and things that are going to really keep the jury's focus and allow them to retain the information for a longer period of time. This is a nice one too. How many Superdomes would it take to fill up this amount of oil? Again, this really sticks with me, particularly since this is where I live, so the venue where I am. Moving on to the next graphic, this is a really nice one. In construction cases, players' charts can be really, really important. Who is the owner? Who is the architect? Who is the sub? Who reported to who? And this is a nice way to do that. You can also show pictures of the person. You can show icons of the company just to kind of help remind you of who it is you're talking about. This was a timeline in order to show some delays. And it was the construction of a building and each of the days, what caused problems, where the issues were, all of those things. And what I like about this is that, and here you have a calendar timeline, I think calendars can be a really great way to show the passage of time. It can really have a pretty big impact on people when you say, when you can actually see the days going by. This was another timeline, kind of similar to the one we just saw, but in this case, we allowed it to also have some call outs from some documents referencing, where the delay was, why the delay happened, where the work stops were, and again, really reminding the jury, here's the document that shows that this is what occurred. And I just think this was a great way to be able to draw the jury's attention and keep them focused on some of these ideas. This is also another nice graphic. Again, we were able to be pretty creative here, and it shows why things and the price of certain things can change depending on how much of it is in stock, who's selling the product, is it sold out, how many items are left. And, this is a familiar idea that most people will understand and kind of visualization that will allow people to understand somewhat of a complex topic for them. And then here we have a lovely animation. This is a really great visualization. I love how you can see all the different sides of the building. And what they're trying to show is some mold contamination in the building. And so here you kind of take this trip around the building. What does it look like? Here's an individual apartment. Where was the airflow? Things like air, obviously you can't see. So allowing this animation to illustrate what exactly was happening is really helpful. And you can see where the air is flowing in, and you can also see where things are coming out. We also use real life pictures, and you can zoom in on certain areas. Here are some of those pictures. And again, it really helps people understand, okay, this is what it looked like as a whole. These are the specific areas we're talking about, and these are where the issues came about. And I just love this. It became a wonderful animation, and it really helps bring home a lot of these points.